Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of I Can't Make This Stuff Up. Nobody can tell my story better than me. Tonight I want to talk about going from frustration and disappointment to focus. Have you ever been so frustrated that you couldn't think, you couldn't process, you just felt stuck? Or so disappointed that it became hard to see everything that was still going right because the disappointment was just so loud? Guess what? I've been there. Frustration has a way of clouding your vision. Maybe you're frustrated because you're misunderstood. Maybe you're frustrated because you've done everything you know to do and nothing seems to be changing. Maybe you're frustrated because life just keeps throwing one thing after another your way. Or maybe you're frustrated because you're dealing with something you can't fix, no matter how hard you try. And then there's disappointment. Oh, disappointment. Disappointment hits different. It's one thing to be disappointed by circumstances, and it's a totally different thing to be disappointed by somebody you genuinely loved, believed in, prayed for, or even wanted the best for. Sometimes the very people you never imagined would disappoint you, they do. Not only do they disappoint you, but it seems like they don't even realize the weight of what they've done. Or maybe they realize it and simply don't care. Now that's a hard pill to swallow. But here's the reality I've had to accept. You can't make people care. You can't make people care about your feelings. You can't make people value your heart. You can't make people want what you want. You can't make people receive the love, the support, the grace, or even the kindness you're trying to give. You can pour from the purest place in your heart. Be sincere, be genuine. You can want the absolute best for somebody, and they still may not want it. They still may not receive it, and they still might not value it. That doesn't make your love less real, though. Doesn't make your feelings less real. It just means they don't have the capacity or maybe even the desire to receive what you're offering. And accepting that, oh, child, that's where the frustration comes from. That's where the disappointment settles in, especially when you're sitting there asking yourself, what else could I have done? What could I have done differently? And you know what? Sometimes the answer is nothing. And I've realized something else. The more I've tried to understand somebody else's actions, the less attention I've given my own assignment. I realized that I've become distracted, and that's exactly what frustration and disappointment will do if you let them. They steal your focus. They'll have you replaying conversations, rewriting scenarios, waiting on answers that never come. Well, might not ever come. Trying to make sense of silence. All of that. But let me tell you something about me personally. I hate silence. I'd rather have the conversation, even if it's hard, even if it hurts. I'd rather talk it out. Let's communicate. Let's go ahead and deal with it. But I'm finally realizing, well, something I've always known, but now I've been forced to realize that everybody is not me. Everybody does not process the same way. Everybody doesn't communicate the same. And the hardest lesson I've had to learn is that I cannot control somebody else's response. I can't control somebody else's effort. I can't control their willingness. The only person I have authority over is me. And honestly, that's enough work by itself because I have a hard time doing that. So every day I've been talking to God about me. Not asking him to change somebody else, not asking him to force somebody to understand me, not asking him to make somebody care. I've been asking God to work on me. Lord, whatever it is in me that doesn't belong, remove it. Help me to respond in the way that honors you. Help me to release what I can't control. Help me to remain focused, because here's what I don't want to do. I don't want one disappointment to make me miss 10 blessings. I don't want frustration to make me overlook God's faithfulness. I don't want one closed door to blind me from opening one door or seeing one door that's open right in front of me. Because the truth is, there are some really beautiful things happening in my life. I'm accomplishing goals I prayed for. I'm healing. I'm growing. God is opening doors. I'm waking up every morning by his grace, by his mercy. And if I'm not careful, disappointment will make me forget all of that, or at least put it in the back of my mind. And that's not what it's supposed to be. Life is always going to have its challenges. People are going to be people. They're going to surprise us. Some are going to stay, some are going to leave, some are going to misunderstand us, some are going to appreciate us, and some won't. But such is life. But none of that changes who God has called us to be. So today, I decided that I'm going to choose to focus. Focus on the good, focus on the positive, not because the frustration is gone, not because the disappointment no longer hurts, but because I refuse to let either one define my future. I choose to believe that whatever God has for me is greater than whatever has disappointed me. I'm choosing to trust that if he removes something or allows something to change, he's making room for something better. So if you're listening to me tonight, this morning, because it's 4:10 a.m., and you're carrying frustration, if you're carrying disappointment, go ahead ahead and feel it. Take it to God. Pray about it. Give it to him. Place it at his feet and leave it there. And I know it's hard because that's so hard for me. We tell God, okay, I'm surrendering this thing to you. But you turn around 10 minutes later and you're picking it back up, trying to figure it out. We're trying to do his job. Nah, that ain't it. That's not what we're supposed to do. So take it to God, leave it there, learn from it, but don't live there. Don't build a house there. Keep your eyes on what God is doing instead of what didn't work the way we wanted it to. Because frustration may visit us, disappointment might not, but neither one gets to stay. Let's stay focused until the next time. Love y'all to life, and let's speak life.